Alrighty, folks, we're back. We're doing more Dark Tide nonsense. So, who are you? And what are you? And to celebrate National Kraut. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Need to put that. Move this screen to do that. I can't do that anymore. 1 second. Apologies. To celebrate National Kraut and Frankfurter Week, which is to remind you all of the savoury, tasty goodness of sour cabbage and hot dogs. What's your thoughts on hot dogs? Starting with, Rose Grimmer. Starting with Amy.
Hello, hi, I'm Amy. I play Ruth Yosef, our very grumpy Dalish elf healer. I was so glad that you said hot dogs because I absolutely despise cabbage with a passion. Like, cabbage and cauliflower are like the two things I will refuse point blankly to eat. It's vile. Hot dogs though, I don't mind. But they have to be like a good hot dog. It can't be like your cheap ass hot dog sausages. It has to be a good proper hot dog. But yeah, I like them.
Alright. Eden?
Hello, I'm Eden. My character's Wraith, Tavinta mage, mortician, lawyer, and yeah, I don't mind a hot dog. I mean, they're kind of dirty food, aren't they? Like, it's a known quantity that like all the worst parts are going in. But if it's flavoured right, then I guess it's okay in a pinch.
We like a superior sausage.
An actual sausage is better, really.
Yeah.
An actual sausage, you know roughly where things are coming from, rather than hot dog just being that, yeah, it's just the bits left over.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we have Ron.
You're muted, Ron.
I know. Hello, I am Rowan. I had my mic muted so you didn't hear me clatter around trying to make a cigarette. I play Juniper, a small cat creature. And my opinions on hot dogs. I mean, I'm vegetarian. Probably a big factor in not having had a hot dog in nearly a decade.
You've not really missed anything.
Like, I know you can get veggie ones, but they're basically just mush in a sausage shape.
I mean, that's the meat ones are basically the same thing.
I would rather have literally any other fucking fake meat. Like, it's not something I'm gonna buy. Sauerkraut, I have never tried. Probably would. Does it have onion in it?
No, it's just pickled cabbage.
Okay, then I'd probably be alright with it, because it's onion that makes me dry heave. It's just very irrelevant to my day-to-day life.
Fair enough. Apparently, the only thing I've learned from this thing is that you don't use...
Go away!
You don't use metal implements when making sauerkraut because the metal ruins it. You need to use wooden spoons and mashers, or glass. So there you go, there's a random fact for you all. Use wood or glass when making sauerkraut because metal apparently ruins the taste.
Duly noted.
We learned how to make sauerkraut. We learned what a weevil was.
That's very true. Alright, well, what happened last time?
We made it to the island. And we met a Crenari.
Well, we were going to go down a waterway, but it was blocked by a chain that was brought up across it, and that's what made us stop to meet the Crenari.
Yes.
Oh.
And we had a conversation with them.
I've done the thing again that causes the thing to stop. 1 second. There we go. It should fix it again. There we go. Yes, fix it again. Apologies. Carry
on. Then we had a little bit of a conversation with him.
Which he decided to kill us?
Well, he wasn't very forthcoming with what information he had.
No.
And he kind of gave Ruth the impression that... Well, no, actually. Well, Ruth was trying to talk to him and understand what was going on, but he kind of decided that we were just not worth it. or we were like, right, we need to like kill him. I can't really remember the specifics of how we actually decided.
I think he
How
just
we drew
thought we were
swords.
challenging him
Yeah, I
and
think he
started coming
think
for
so.
us.
Yeah. This was
And then we just...
Wraith was on his way up the tower when the fight started. I
Yeah.
remember that much.
I know you were flinging fireballs. I think Junie was the one that took him down in the end.
Yeah, I think you got
But
him with
there was
these
many many injuries.
Yes.
Mostly to Tom.
Mostly Tom and William and Wraith, because they both got a limb chopped off, which which Ruth managed to like fix Wraith's mostly, but William's hand, he only got one finger to like really work again after reattaching his hand.
I know he grabbed me a few times.
Yeah, he tried to grab you. Yeah, but you nicked him with the soul knife.
I think someone else like distracted him and I managed to wiggle out or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I was like proper caught for a second there. And then I managed to nick him and
Yeah,
run away,
because
basically.
Ruth tried to attack, like hit him with a spell, and it failed, and he was trying to he was kind of chasing Ruth about, and then it kind of like got a bit crazy.
We started
killed
fearing
him.
for our lives properly.
Yeah,
And,
but we did kill him. Ruth basically spent the rest of the night make sure everybody was patched up and fine, and then we loaded the cart back up and left.
That ritual dagger has come so in handy.
Yes.
Well, it's powerful. Just
It
a
is
little
powerful.
nick. That's all it takes.
A tiny nick.
Soul sucking awesome.
But yes, we're off to Kirkwall. Was the decision
Yes.
I think we made at the end.
Yes.
Alright, so we'll take it from there. So you leave on the boat with the cart on it, and you continue sailing on downriver. After about another day, Manny wakes you all up because he sees in the distance there seems to be lots of fire on the water, which there shouldn't be. And as you get closer, you realise that there is a couple of boats that have been set on fire. They look that they are at the docks of a sort of larger, looks like a larger sort of city, but the docks themselves look completely full of just burning and burnt, basically, ships. What do you want to do?
How big are the ships and like the size of the dock? Is this like a
This is
fishing
like
village kind of
proper like
place, or-
galleon size, like proper
Okay.
big ships.
Yeah, big ships. Kirkwall's a good trading port as well. Or it was.
There's not any sign of, in the distance, like further along the waterway, anybody kind of making an escape or anything like that, trying to...
No. It's
Okay.
very silent apart from the sort of crackling of the fire.
Do we see any lights in the city buildings or anything? Or
Yes, there are a couple of lights inside. Just seems very quiet apart from the crackling of the boats.
well, if the harbour and pier's blocked with fire, we probably should just sail a bit further down and see if there's like a smaller jetty or a like bay that we can pull into.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and we can observe as we go, trying to see like what's
Yeah, we can like
situation on
see
the
what.
shoreline,
Keep
like,
an eye
are
out as
people
we're
rushing
going.
to put the fire out or anything like that.
Yeah, we can keep an eye on what's going on in the city as we're going past and stuff, and if there's anything we can pick out going on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just mention, by the way, I can see my mic is constantly flashing. Upstairs neighbours playing music right now, so I think that might. I don't know if it's coming through actually, but
Can't
like,
hear
I can
it at
see
the
my
moment.
mic
Nope,
flashing.
I can't hear it.
It might just be like, it's enough to trigger your Discord to spark on, but not enough to come through.
Cool. Just check.
Alright, so you You find a sort of small area to basically park the boat. Between all these all like still burning ships. And as you step off onto the sort of jetty itself, you see written on the wall in blood, Costeth, and it looks like it's O, and then it looks like there's a sort of blood splatter onto the wall next to it.
I think Wraith, seeing this, will just kind of like ploy out his cheeks and exhale and look at Ruth and another place, another problem.
Oh,
Looks like this is in full swing, whatever's happening here.
well, the costs refer to the true Quinari. You know, the actual, the ones with the horns.
Oh,
Yeah. Quinari is like the group, but Kossith is the original race of the Quinari. So if someone didn't like that they called them a Kossith.
well,
I'm assuming it's like Kossith's out or something like that.
It's,
Yeah.
You looking at it can tell it's spelt wrong.
Yeah. They obviously wouldn't spell their own name wrong, so definitely.
But this does, I suppose, gives us an early warning of what's likely to be happening. That Canary from the other day did mention compatriots nearby.
Well, I heard the Quinari had landed in Kirkwall a few years ago, but with the war and everything, I hadn't really heard much since. It must be that they've taken over the city, or at least tried to take over the city. Ooh, that's been a bloody affair.
Well, we'll see. As I said, it seems to be ongoing.
As you walk up there's a sort of ramp leading up from the docks, and as you follow this ramp up, you see a very haphazard wall made out of pieces of what looks like reused, like buildings and doors and stuff. And there's a small doorway in it, and standing in front of the doorway looks to be a very thin-looking man holding like a sort of clipboard. And as you approach, he gives you a look like there's not meant to be any visitors, and he immediately starts thoroughly looking through the pages in front of him.
We just wave as we sail past.
Yeah, let's just try and keep moving. And
Yep.
it's his job to stop us, maybe. So let's see.
Right, he runs down towards the dock, frantically waving as he gets closer. And as you're trying to maneuver around the docks, he stops about. He's on the docks. You're maybe about 2 or 3 meters out in the water at the moment, and he goes, "Who are you? How did you get here?"
Well, we took our boat. It's over there, and well, who are we? Who are you? Asking us anything?
I'm Dennis.
Hello, Dennis. I'm Ruth. This is Wraith.
Oh,
That's Juniper.
Sorry,
No.
he sort of looks like he's trying panically to remember something, and then he goes, "Yeah, right. Are you here to be brought into one?"
Brought into one?
Yeah, they're part of the Vidithari.
No, we're Grey Wardens. So, we technically can't be part of the Vidithari, but our order is well renowned by the Qun.
He flicks through some more pages, and he goes, So you don't want to be part of the Vidithari?
Can I do
No.
the gimme hands and try and get the clipboard?
Yep.
Check the names.
He hands you a clipboard. There's many scrawlings on this clipboard, and he goes, all right. Well, I suppose I have to do this then." And he goes back up and he rings a small bell, and at one you just see this very half asleep Canary just rise up, draw an arrow from behind him, light it on the fire next to him, and shoot it straight onto your boat.
No!
So your boat's now on
Can
fire.
Okay.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
We're gonna like paddle water onto it as quickly as possible.
Can I throw the clipboard at the guy
Yes.
as a distraction? This won't stop me. I can't read.
You can throw it at him if you want.
Yep, I just want to clunk it off his head, cause a distraction, and then book it back onto the boat.
Okay. So you hurl the clipboard towards him. The boat is. How are you? Are you just sort of splashing water onto it, or?
No, we're like, I'm sure we've got like some buckets or like.
I was gonna think like ice bolt.
Yeah, ice and stuff. Cast anything and everything to like stop the fire.
As you do this, the canary that's sort of standing on the sort of bit above the door just blinks, really confused. The fact that you put the fire out, and he just shrugs, takes another arrow out, and lights it.
Can I throw a knife at him?
Yes.
I was gonna.
Roll.
Dex?
Yep.
Yes.
Is it slash roll?
Dot D20.
It's dot D20 on
Slash
this one.
roll.
It's dot D20.
It's
I was known straight away with this move. Killing one of the canaries straight up.
23?
Yep.
Nice.
You throw a knife from where you are. You shunk him right in the head. He falls off the He falls off the sort of bit he's on. You just hear the man go,
Great.
"Oh no, oh no, oh no, no."
Can I throw a knife at him?
Yep.
No, Judy! What is
Roll
enough?
No, it's not. He's gonna call more people, and then we're gonna have to deal with more people.
I suppose he is standing right next to an alarm bell. Yes.
That's your one.
Oh,
You,
fuck.
no.
you overbalance, and as you overbalance, you stop yourself from falling, but you do drop several knives into the water.
Oh.
Shit! Can I just screech horribly?
Yep. Screeching horribly, looking at the water as you just see these glints just falling through the water down deeper. At this
Can I
point,
recognize which knives it was? It was just random ones?
It was just random ones from your pocket.
That's good. That's good. We're fine.
Not an important knife.
No. Because the special one is in a special holder in my bag, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure I got like a sheath or something for it.
I think
it's
you
like,
did,
It's
yeah.
got pride of place in the coat.
So you, as you're doing that, he seems to pick up a larger bell and starts ringing it, and it's a proper clanging sound, and you hear the sound of quite large feet moving.
Okay.
All right.
I would like to cast a ray of ice on the ground so that when they come running, they're gonna fall down.
All right. Do a roll for that.
Yep. And it's a 14.
Okay. Yep. You put a ring of ice on the floor.
Right.
A couple of seconds later, this massive, like 6 very hefty canary comes sort of marching through.
Oh fuck. Where's William when we need him?
Let's see.
Is the boat moving?
Yeah, the boat is very slowly moving, but you're being delayed by all the sort of burning ships in the harbour. The first canary doesn't seem to fall, but he does have to take very dainty steps to get through it.
Okay.
Would anybody like to shoot him?
Oh, of course. Why not?
Juniper is still screeching on the prow.
I'll launch
Watching
a,
these beautiful little things just sink into the water.
Yep. Those pretty handles.
I'll launch a fireball into the middle of this group as they're approaching the ice or as they're on the ice.
Okay. Roll.
Help.
That is 14.
Yep. You shoot a fireball into them. Some of them are now on fire. The two at the back sort of push the ones that are on fire out of the way. It has melted the ice, however, so they can walk normally again.
That's fine. It was going to try for the first one, but
Yeah.
So there were about 3 of them that aren't on fire. 3 of them that are currently rolling around and put themselves out. What are you gonna do now?
I suppose I'm gonna try a stone fist. Map thingy. And try and smack one of them in the face. 18.
Yep, you channel your elemental power. You shock this massive stone fist towards one of them. It just punches him straight in the jaw, knocking him out.
Huzzah! Take that, you horned brute!
Let's see how our 2 knockdown ones are. One gets a 2, doesn't do anything. The other gets 4. Okay, one of them brandishes quite a large spear and hurls it towards you. He doesn't hit any of you, but he does, like, it does get dangerously close to hitting Manny.
Oh!
Not Manny.
Not Manny. Ruth's gonna turn and like start to like paddle a bit to get the boat slightly moving fast.
Alright, so you're
Keep going, Wraith!
you're currently moving around this massive burning wreck of a galleon.
Okay, I think I will try and thorn roots the remaining people that are on their feet and not on fire.
Okay. Roll.
Uh, 15.
15. Yes, you managed to thorn root the 2 that are not on fire. The remaining ones are just currently rolling around, basically still quite ablaze. Let's see if any of them put themselves out.
I'm good, Wraith.
None of them put themselves out. They're all still on fire.
Nice.
Alright. So what are you going to do now? Now that you've... Are you going to try and just frantically paddle around this galleon? Are you going to... What are you going to do?
Paddle the fuck away.
I mean, yeah, I think Rafe will
Yeah.
shout out, so much for docking there then.
Next.
Like one Canary nearly killed all 4 of us.
Yeah. We poor William is not in a fit state to wield his javelin. Is it javelin? No, it's halberd.
Halberd.
Even. Yeah.
I can just imagine William
So-
just in the
His,
sort of bed part of the thing going like, oh, if I ever see another canary it'll be too soon.
I'm sorry, I've met quite a few now. But yeah, his poor hand is probably on it. He's probably not able to use his hand much
No,
right now.
he's probably sort of getting used to it still. Alright, so as you continue to maneuver the burning wreck, let's see what the 2 that are on their feet do. One's got a natural 20. This has hit one of you. Let's see who would do. Ginny, Wraith, Ruth, and Manny. So there's 4. 1d4. Manny.
Oh no!
Oh
No,
dear.
Manny!
14. He gets hit in the right arm. At 11, he gets a massive wound on his right arm.
Okay, it's not a loss. We can heal this.
I'm gonna
It's
run
fine.
towards him. No, Manny! And start
Grab him,
immediately,
grab
like,
him!
hands glowing already, like the healing's ready to go. Like,
Grab him.
Okay.
Ruth's gonna take the steering of the boat. Oh fuck!
Okay. So you are still trying to maneuver around the let me just see if any of the other canary are no longer on fire. One of them is no longer on fire. There's now 3 of them that can move. At this point you hear a get them! The Kuan demands you get them! What do you want to do?
Is that the little person
Yes,
that was
it's a little man.
okay?
Can I transform into a bear and try and scare him off?
You can? You can try.
Yeah.
So, so from our boat, you're going
Plus
to
3.
like roar at them and
Scream in anger at my lost knives, basically.
All right.
Ow.
So,
Really getting the
roll to
limit.
transform into bear.
I'm pretty sure it's a plus 3. 13?
13. You transform into a bear. The bear is a lot smaller than you planned, but you still realise you're a bear. So you're about dog-sized, and you're just sort of standing at the edge going.
Meow!
So to these like 7-foot Quinari,
Yeah, there's
you
like a
look like a
3-foot.
teddy. You just look like a teddy bear.
Yes, there's a
I look
3-foot
like a
tall
teddy
bear.
bear, but I'm screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, screaming teddy bears would scare me.
Oh.
See what the effect is.
So yes. So let's see. Do you have any effect on the canary? No. One of them is slightly confused that you just appeared, but the rest of them don't have any effect on you.
Ah, balls. It was worth a shot.
bit too tough for all that.
Yeah. A bit too battle worn. They're like Klingons and Vulcans combined. Almost.
Has my healing been effective? How's Manny doing?
Manny has stopped bleeding, but he's still panicking that he's lost so much blood.
Oh.
Calm
Alright,
down,
Manny.
Calm down. You don't
alright,
want to
Manny.
get yourself more worked up.
We'll look after you. Don't worry. We're good.
You okay with the steering now, Ruth? You figured it out?
We're gonna find out. But we need to take care of that canary. So you might want to rain fire while I
Let me get back to it. No.
Man, you stay with me, Manny. Come on.
Oh,
It's alright. We'll get through it.
He's got a bit woozy.
That's alright. That's alright. You just lost a little bit of blood. You'll be fine.
Okay.
So I'll head up behind, or next to Juniper, who's roaring at the side of the boat, and kind of point the staff and try and step out behind and just immediately fire one off.
Okay.
And shoot a fireball.
All right. Roll.
Ooh.
Ooh, 6.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
Natural 1. Oh no.
There, right. So there's 3 options that can happen here.
Oh no.
Not again.
Option
Oh,
3
no.
did happen. You go, and as you go like that, Juniper takes 1 step to the right, which gets in the way. You have now set ignite to the bear.
Oh no!
The bear is now on fire, which has increased its intimidation rating. But Junie is now completely on fire.
Can I leap off the side of the boat and into the water?
Yes.
Roaring as I go.
Literally, Ruth is like holding onto the steering wheel, and then has literally lifted a leg and kicked her off.
So yeah.
Ow! Boot.
So
In
you
back.
watch as this bear tumbles on fire off the edge of the ship to a immediate sizzle splash.
I was gonna look at Ruth.
Not the fire I was beating!
Ah! And he's looking backwards and forwards. I didn't mean to. I never mean to. Ah!
And I become a cat again and then just cling to the side of the boat, soaking wet, drowned rat face, just.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Don't need to roll for that. I'm sure you could.
That's like the perfect
Yeah.
reality of what would happen.
But, yeah.
Judy is having the worst day.
The
The
canary are
cat
all
drama is dialed up to a 10.
the canary are all firing arrows at you. They are not hitting any of you, but they're coming very close.
How is my steering going?
You're getting round the edges of this burning galleon.
How much longer until we're in the clear?
Do we have wind spells? No.
Don't think you
No,
do.
unfortunately.
I think let's say
Shiza.
2 rounds. 2 more rounds to your clear and round the corner.
Okay.
Cool.
Wraith, put the staff away from us!
I was. It was Juniper that stood in front of it. Oh, whatever.
We're on a
Fire
boat.
off another fireball at that moment and just spin around and launch one off at the enemy.
Fire.
Hey, at least I'm out of dodge now.
Hopefully.
Two.
Not much better. Bloody
You
hell.
spin
Oh,
around
no.
and you clip one of the edges of the cart, one of the edges of the boat. You set that on fire. So that quickly just lines and fire. So there's a wall of fire now, at least covering you from the canary being able to shoot you, but your boat is on fire.
Right.
Ruth is about to literally let go of the steering wheel and take matters into his own hand.
Goodness, you steer the fucking boat. I'll do it. What is going on?
Ah, bugger! Fine, you do it! We'll swap places.
Alright.
Just have
Coming from the sparrow of the ship.
here, launch a fireball, and that oh god.
It's also a 2. Ruth, to try and prove a point, goes, "It's easy, you just do this," and smacks her elbow on a wooden pillar. And as she goes, "Ah!" she shoots it forward, casting fire onto the bottom of the cart. The cart is now on fire.
No.
Right.
Almost forgets the bottom
Ice.
for a second and
Ice.
just lets out a massive ha! Not that easy!
Of the canary, one has broken his bow. One did do a shot, but because of the firewall, he didn't hit you.
13. I'm putting ice down.
Okay. You spray ice down on the fire. Are you spraying at the edge? Or you spraying it on the cart?
I'm spraying on the cart for now because
So
it's the immediate one.
The cart is extinguished. The more this goes on, the steam coming off the cart is unreal, and you still hear the gentle mewing of Junie, miserable, underneath the boat.
Please get that wall of fire down so I can climb back on board.
Oh god.
So we
God,
have
yeah.
one final round before you're round the boat and clear.
It's just the image of Junie clinging, sodden wet, fire reflecting in her eyes.
Waves crashing up against.
Oh man.
All right, so one final round. Do any of you want to start? Adorable.
Well, I mean, I can steer the boat, but you want to try and put the fire out?
Yeah, I'll put the fire out. We're going to go put the other fire out.
Okay, so are you putting the fire out?
Yes.
Okay, well, if that's your action, then let's fine. We'll see you get on. Let's see how you get on.
Let's see what I roll.
19.
19.
Yes, you put all the fires out on the ship. This immediately means you're slightly more of a target, and you do take 2 glancing arrows from the canary. As in,
What Ruth does.
Your clothing seems to have massive arrow holes through it, but you seem to have avoided it actually hitting skin.
Oh, thank God! In my many layers.
You have 2 big slices through your layers.
Ah, I got holes in it now. I gotta. Good job. I good at sewing.
So you have
You hear another plaintive meow.
Judy.
you get round the corner of this massive galleon. The canary can't see you, but you hear the shrill voice saying, "Well, they can't be around here for long. Go the other way. Go the other way, up to the tower."
Fuck.
Just get out of dodge. Is the fire out? Can I
The
climb
fire
back
is
on
out.
board?
Yes, you can climb back
Yeah.
on the boat.
I think with the fire out, Wraith will step away from steering for a moment and reach a hand down with the longest arms. Quick, let me help you out. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Clawing her way up, detaches a claw to swipe at him.
Oh, Judy.
Judy.
It wasn't. I didn't mean to.
Judy, we're all having a
Soaking
bad day.
wet. Hissy, spitty kitty comes back on board.
As Ginny is standing on the side of the boat now, dripping wet, looking miserable. Occasionally, pieces of soot still stuck to her fur.
With whiskers literally dripping.
Full-on miserable cat.
It's a good thing you were transformed when it happened, otherwise you wouldn't have those whiskers.
Yeah.
So you sort of, you got a couple of moments of reprieve, and you look up and you see just behind where the boat leaves, you see a massive tower, and you see the two Canary at least standing there looking for you. What do you want to do?
We need a bow and arrow guy.
Yeah, we don't have a bow. I think we've probably got a bow and arrow on board, but Wraith and I don't have the skill for it.
No, not really.
Probably.
How do you learn skills in this? Like, can you?
You can learn them, but you need to find someone to train you in them.
Okay.
When it's things like bow and arrow and skills that you don't have originally, you need to find someone to train you in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to need to do something about these guys. I'm hesitant to suggest fireballs. Maybe we go for frostbolts.
I'm trying to think, because the moment we launch a spell, they're going to know exactly where we are. So is it maybe wise that we kind of clamber onto like the broken, burning ships that are going about and launch some spells from two sides? I'm going to have to go out and take the dog.
Is the steam and smoke offering some cover?
At the moment, yes.
So we can keep that cover up. Like all we have to do is like set a torch on fire and then ice bolt that, and then just keep the steam going. You know?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like with what Amy said there about getting on the sinking ships. That would be kind of dangerous. I don't know if that's a good move. Getting on these galleons that are already on fire and possibly are going to start going under at some point.
They do look like they're that they've already sunk quite a bit. Maybe they're sitting in the harbour.
Okay.
But they are still very much on fire.
What's the like? I'm trying to get a mental image of like the viewpoint of the tower and where we are. Like
you've gone round like the back of a ship, and you're going round the sort of round this from the back to the front of the ship, and the tower is like off to the side. Basically, it's like diagonally in line with the front of the ship. So you can see it very much look like a waypoint tower.
So if we came out from behind this wreck in any way, really in any direction, it's probably going to see us.
Probably.
Okay. Because that would mean that like if we put up like a smoke screen, a moving smoke screen, they'll just aim for that. So that won't necessarily help. I think we're just going to have to attack them as we go. That's my best bet.
So just sneak out and fire, or
I mean, our boat doesn't move that quickly, so
no.
if there's two of them up there, I mean, is there enough room for us to spread out perhaps along the deck so that we're not going to have chance so much of glancing blows and hitting each other or anything like that?
I mean, you
I
can
guess
try
a
that.
negative one is a minus one. Sorry, a one is a one, so it's like
Well,
Yeah.
a 1 is a 1, yeah, and it's
if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, we can try it. I mean, there's no other way we can't go back. So
Yep, I think that's the best bet.
All right. On the count of 3.
Yes. Count it out.
So are you
1.
just spreading yourself out along the deck of the boat you're on?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Has Juniper got any offensive spells? I know you've got some.
I don't think there are
Good shape
offensive
shift.
spells. Let me take a look.
I think she's got shapeshift, and that's about it, if I remember right.
I definitely have shapeshift. I think I've got maybe one more, but I can't remember what it is. I got heat, level 1,
Ah, that means you can
so I can
warm.
heat things up.
Yeah, you can warm pots and stuff like that for. Yeah.
Can I use that to dry myself off?
Yes.
Or just for the, like, sanity effects than anything else.
You can
The morale boost.
heat your own clothes to
Just
warm them
3?
up. Yes, and the steam's coming off you, but you are now relatively dry.
Okay. Well, I just rolled a 5, but alright. Suppose I can't really fuck that one up.
No, you just don't get very much heat through.
Yeah.
Well,
Dry
yeah,
but cold.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess we'll fire some frostbolts then.
All right. So whoever is firing first, roll first.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
It's,
That is a oh god.
we're both doing well here.
13 and 8. You fire frostbolts. They miss quite by a fair distance. The only hang on. The only plus side is that because they miss by such a fair distance, that the guards don't notice where they came from.
Nice. Still got the edge of surprise.
Well, if we spot that they've not spotted us yet, then maybe, like, Wraith will be like, oh, hang on, I don't think they saw that. Let's hang on for a moment and keep eyes on them. And if they seem to look over here, then maybe we start firing again.
Good plan.
All right. My ox up at 2. God damn it. One of them takes a random shot at the thing. It shunks by you and misses Manny's head by a millimeter.
Oh, not Manny again!
And you just hear this, like, almost childlike come from him as it does that, and this alerts the other guard to where you are.
God damn it.
But it's roughly where you are rather than exacting, but they're tracking where you're going from now.
Okay.
Do you want to fire back now?
I think so.
All right, here we go again.
On 18 that time.
13 again.
18 shunks one of the canaries with the frostbolt. He staggers backwards and tumbles from the tower,
Nice.
emitting quite a loud noise as he falls with a very, very wet thud off the tower. The other one is frantically scanning for you now, and is like shooting randomly in your vague direction.
I don't think either, like, this guy's in knife range, is he really?
It would have to be a very, very, very good shot.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not
it's
really any
not possible,
point.
but it's not likely.
Yeah.
Do you want to lose another knife?
I mean, I have a lot, like,
You do have a lot.
it's more if I slip again, you know? And accidentally cut off a finger, like, it's more
Yeah.
that. Because I'm more likely to fuck it up or just yeet a knife off into the distance than I am to actually hit the guy. Unless you guys want, like, something to set on fire and throw. Like, if you want, like, a flaming knife that you can shunk off. Like, I don't know if that's even possible, but...
I think magic's the best bet for Wraith. Like, actually throwing something, not a strong suit.
Yeah, same for Ruth. It'd probably just
Yeah.
be best, like, flinging another frostbolt and just hoping that it hits. And then
Yeah.
we can, like, slowly get our way out, land somewhere further away from here. Get the car
Whatever's
off.
going on, we are not prepared for this.
I don't really want to go into a city full of Quinari, is what,
No.
because that's what I'm getting from Kirkwall, and I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to be mushed.
No.
And Wraith will probably be killed. So,
Yeah.
being from Tevinter, and Quinari hate the Tevinters. It's not
really
wise. No.
Alright.
Okay, so we go for another round of frostbolt,
Alright.
or is it someone, or is it the
No.
Quinari's
Well,
turn?
he's shooting randomly.
Okay, well, I'll try and hit him again then.
21.
Oh, definitely hits him.
Yep.
Hey!
So Wraith chunks another ice bolt. It again smacks this one straight in the face. He stumbles back and tumbles from the tower. Not really emitting as much sound as the last one, but there's still the wet thump as he hits the floor. At this point, you can paddle your way free. And as you begin to paddle your way past the towers and head out into the river towards the sea itself, you see one or two more Canary run up the tower, but you're more than out of range for them.
Good.
As you continue along the sort of basically the water that you're on, as you continue along towards the edge, eventually you see a small camp on the side of the sort of I guess on the shore, and as you get close, you are sort of waved down by what looks like two very thin-looking elves. What do you want to do?
Spotting them from the boat, look to Ruth and be like, "What do you think? Trustworthy?"
Nobody's trustworthy these days.
No, but, they don't look like they're doing so well.
No.
Ruth's gonna like edge himself off like over the edge a bit so he can be seen. He'd be like, "Where are you from?"
At this, they sort of, we're for Eldon. We're for Eldon.
Yeah, well, now I don't know where we are now. Are we in the Free Marches still, or are we...
Well, you've just gone past
On the
Crockwall,
Ferelden.
so you are still
Yeah,
in the
but
Free
are
Marches,
we...
yeah.
Oh, we're still in the Free Marches, okay.
As you sort of go, I wonder where we are, and you look to your left, to the sort of burning remnants of Ferelden, where the sky is still pitch black, and you're just like, oh, well, we're still
yeah.
there.
Well, we're not there, which is good.
Um,
Oh, yeah, it's pretty crap. And for Eldon, you're not sick, are you?
You sort of look at each other and go, no.
Why haven't you gone with the Quinari?
Oh, they killed us all. They stole our boat.
Well, that checks out.
They said we had a choice. We could become the Vidithari or we could leave. Problem is that when we tried to leave, they set our boat on fire.
yeah, that also tracks.
Yeah, we had a similar encounter. We barely made it out. Hold up. You can tell us a little bit more what's going on. Is Kirkwall overrun?
What do you mean overrun? It's been a Canary city for over 2 years now.
Oh, well, we haven't heard much from it, so... Not many good things happen in Kirkwall. Obviously, that's still the case.
Well, they just sort of turned up one day and decided to take it, apparently, according to what we could find out.
They must have had a reason. Canary don't invade for no reason.
They were looking for something, apparently, but don't know if they found it or not. They just sort of took the whole city and converted half the people.
Well, it's obviously they haven't found it, because otherwise they would have left.
Do they do that?
Well, the only enemy they really hate is the Tavine, so... And they've been at war with them for generations now.
Tavine?
The Tavintas. Tavinta.
Oh.
Tavine.
Oh.
Yes, my people.
Immediately they sort of look at Wraith with a sort of confusion.
Oh, don't mind Wraith. Wraith is we're Grey Wardens, you see. So there's no... It doesn't matter where you're from. You're a Grey Warden, not for life, so...
Great.
Yes, have no fear. I changed my ways some time ago. Rest up, show the mark.
All right. Well, what do we do now? We've been stuck
Well, where
here.
were
We've
you
been
going?
stuck here for weeks. We
Well,
can't.
where were you going?
Well, we were going to. We're originally going to Orlais.
Well, I'll admit Olay's not all that much better.
Well, they've blocked the passage to Orlais with chains.
Yes, we noticed that. Though, to be fair, it's probably a good idea given that there was a whole Darkspawn plot for shipping themselves into Orlais, so perhaps it's a
What?
good idea.
A what? A what?
Oh. Well, Ferelden, boats, some Darkspawn were trying to get onto them to cross and spread elsewhere. So it's probably a good thing there are chains in the harbour.
Okay, but where do we go now? We're barely surviving on the hunting we're doing in the forest here.
Well, so there's not much around here then. All right then.
Well, there isn't much in the Free Marshes, is there?
It's mainly farming, I think. I can't remember. I'll need to look it up. It's like a collection of free city states. Like the Vatican kind of thing. Like it's like each city is its own kind of democracy, and they all come together to like protect the free marches kind of thing. Well, they could go. Well, we're probably should be looking for a Grey Warden outpost. So, considering Kirkwall is a bust, the next logical step would probably be Starkhaven?
Well, it seems you know more of these things than me. But mentioning that this place may be a bust, I'm sorry to question you further, but did you ever hear news of the Grey Wardens, Kirkwall itself? What became of them?
No. We came down. We were sort of fleeing from along the coast. You see, the Canary have taken many cities along the coast. They took Wycombe and Hercynia and Ostwick. They sort of built more and more sort of strongholds along the way.
It seems that the Darkspawn are not the only army we're going to have to be facing in due time. That means likely that Starkhaven has been taken over as well. If they've taken Ostwick and Montsimiard.
Yes, it does make me wonder where our focus should lie in that respect.
Any
It's
word
not
of
nice to be playing war.
Antiva and Ravane?
We didn't come from there. We mostly came from Wycombe. But we thought we'd escape to Orlais, but every time we got to another city, it turned out the Canary had got there first.
The Qunari are on the move south, and that is not good.
Well, they'll face the Darkspawn themselves soon enough. I could only imagine that would cause some kind of a halt in their progress. And if
Yes,
not,
but-
well, then that would spell the doom for the rest of civilization as we know it. If they've enough forces and power to take the Darkspawn down, then
Well, they don't.
that might not stop.
I'm not quite sure how or why it has to be a Grey Warden, but from my knowledge, the only thing that can end the blight is a Grey Warden. So unless they have any of them, they're not going to get very far. I mean, they'll decimate the horde probably, but when it comes to killing the archdemon itself, the dragon will just die, but the essence will move to a new host
I see.
and to be born again.
Yes, I do remember some of that in the training. I think my memory's faded a little bit, but yes, you're not wrong. I think on that basis, really, we need to
Be right back in 2
continue.
seconds, folks. Maybe I just need to handle something. But I'll just mute your microphone, turn my camera off, you can continue talking in lore, and I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
Go.
To finish the thought that What was I saying?
I can't quite remember.
I was leading up to just the question of like we need to find somebody with authority. Like we've said
Yeah.
this before, but at this point, I think we're really kind of adrift with no idea of where to go.
Yeah, we really need to find like a warden captain or someone who's like in charge of
Literally anyone who's got their shit together.
yeah, and because they're throwing out like some of the major cities of the free marches that are free cities themselves that have their own like armies and things, and they've been taken over by the Quinari, which is like a military force itself. It's kind of like, it is literally like the Klingons and the Vulcans had a baby, because they have that warrior lifestyle plus the mental discipline and those like the Vulcan mythology and stuff is very similar and kind of to the Kyun, where it's like their title is their name. So the title of their job kind of thing, if they're like a soldier, then that is their name as well, and it's their purpose in life to be a soldier. And then if they move up to like a different position, that then becomes their name, but they can, it's a very strange society. It's very cool.
I remember a decent chunk of that because I played the first one. Well, I've played the first two Dragon Ages and a decent chunk of the third. And Sten was one of my favourite characters in the first.
I loved
So,
Sten.
like how
Sten was
unusual
so
he
cool.
was, and finding out that he liked cakes. That was kind of his one weakness. Was
Cakes and cookies, cakes and cookies, and cats. He likes cats as well.
Adorable.
And he loves the dog. He thinks the dog is a noble beast. He loves the Mabari.
But otherwise, when you try to empathise with him, he's just kind of pushes it back every time, like constantly reminding you, like, you don't seem to get it. I'm not really like you. I don't think these things that you think.
Yeah,
there is no
feelings.
me personally. There is the Kuhn, and I serve the Kuhn. Like,
It's like serving a higher. It's like a hive almost, but not quite. At the same time, it's very, and he doesn't really go on about his feelings, or they're not based in feelings at all, which is funny when you meet like the rogue Quinari, the Tal Vashoth, which are like Quinari that have left the Kuhn and have gone into like normal society kind of thing and like made life for themselves, or they become like bandits and just are a plague because they have no direction, because they've lost their direction kind of thing. But yeah, it's really interesting. I kind of want them to write more about it, but the new game is like focusing on, well, it should have focused on Tevinter, which is where the third game kind of led us to. But now they're introducing Antiva and Ravane in the teaser trailer, and I'm just a bit hesitant about it now because I think that's too many areas to cover.
Yeah, that's a lot of politics potentially, and like, if they're going for this grand story, then you need a lot of locations, and doing that without it feeling like too much, and it's not rushed, I suppose.
Like Tevinter is kind of like the Roman Empire, like esque. It's like the dying ages of the Roman Empire, and there's a lot of like corruption in it from like religious point of views, political point of views, magic. You've got the whole idea of like slavery is prevalent there. So you've got the idea of like a possible slave rebellion, complete social change, and then you throw in Solus, the protagonist of the last game, trying to bring about the fall of the veil, the separation of the mortal realm and the magic realm, and that's enough. That's enough. That's like Baldur's Gate level of enough. And based on everything else that we've already done in the games, that feels like a great package on its own. But now they're throwing in Antiva, which is like a really interesting plutocracy kind of country with its assassins, and that's like Assassin's Guild kind of style. And then you've got Ravane, which is kind of like pirates Romani-esque material, and you're just like, there's a lot here to unpack. Can we be a bit choosy? But yeah,
But we'll see after it's
we
been
definitely
in development for so long at this point. You'd hope for something good, but long development doesn't necessarily mean good things.
I was before, I was like, I'm gonna get the box, and now I'm kind of like, I'm gonna be waiting for reviews and like early game test reviews and stuff before I even think about pre-order, which is kind of sad. Which is kind of
They've
sad.
not shown any gameplay. I mean, there's no footage of it yet, so
No, it's all concept art and concept footage and teasing, and they rewrote it. They had the story. They released a teaser trailer before, and now because of the studio's gone through so much changes, and staff have been let go, they've rewritten the story now, or the plot of the game, compared to what I've seen before, and I'm just like, okay.
yeah, that worked well when there's writers disappearing behind the scenes and retooling and everything. Like, there's a bunch of games that have suffered badly from that, like Dying Light 2. That's a case where you can really feel it in the game of just like, oh, the plot isn't cohesive. There's no sense together.
I mean, they rushed out DA2, which was annoying because an awful lot of the dungeons and quests were copy-paste.
Yeah.
Some bits were just closed off, which was annoyed the hell out of everybody.
I am back. I mean, DA2 was front to back to front dungeons. That's all they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, apologies
The
for...
story was good. You play the second one for the story, though. The story is really good. Like, the whole dynamic between Mage and Templars is really clever.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to say apologies for that. There was a spider.
Oh no.
Oh.
Because I was like, why is Meow like standing at the doorway, like hopping up and down? And then when I muted my went through, I heard spider. I'm like, oh, okay. So I need to find him and then get rid of him. So
Yeah, as you do.
Apologies for taking a bit of time there.
That's all right.
Worries.
We are thinking that we need to find someone in authority.
Authority.
And we're trying to figure out where to go. And I'm trying to figure out if it's because these elves don't know. Is it worth maybe going further up the coast towards Antiva? Or not?
It's up to you. You could do.
Well, I mean, I don't have any better ideas, and it's that or kind of go back to Orlais at this.
Yeah, and I don't think we really want to go back to Orlais.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to go through the netting. We'd have to go through the Quinari again. Our boat is already kind of suffered a bit.
It was in a bad way anyway. Like, we blocked out with ice and stuff. So like,
she's not got much life left in her. So I think we probably just maybe should sail towards Antiva as far as we can, and then get off and try and work ourselves to like a city, a place that's not got Quinari.
Yeah.
that's our best plan.
I mean, we'll invite the elves along because they're poor, skinny, and possibly starving. And they have been helpful.
Yeah, definitely. I don't.
Okay.
Presumably, we can fish maybe as we're on the boat. on this river to feed ourselves and stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure we've got some food in the car as well still. But yeah, we'll get them on board.
Okay. So you take the elves on board. They are just relatively happy to be on board. They've not really had any kind of kindness shown to them since they had to flee the burning ship, trying to get back out of Kirkwall.
do any elves and Thedas get kindness?
No. It is the kind of like lol no when it comes to elves and luck.
It's like, are dwarves tall?
Yeah. All right.
Having an alarmingly tall dwarf would be a very good character, though.
Are you talking like Captain Carrot alarmingly tall?
Just like regular humans' height, kind of tall. Like, oh, I'm not used to that.
But then could they be called a dwarf though?
If you basically stole
Well,
the
then.
if you stole the gimmick of Carrot from Discworld, you probably could get away with it.
Probably, yeah.
Which is, you know, human raised by dwarfs, but he thinks he's a dwarf.
Oh,
Oh, God, is that not like Belray's character in Plummet? Oh God, what was his name?
Barry's character in Plummet could be a number of things.
Oh God, the bird one. What was his
Human.
name? Human.
No, Human was a bird pretending to be a man, but he wasn't really a man. He wasn't really a bird. No, of course it was a man.
I got so confused that entire that character. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna leave it.
see, my brain immediately goes to the 3 midgets in a trench coat:
Yeah.
Tim, Jim, and Vadim.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck, Valerie?
It was two dwarves and a halfling.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember
dwarves
which
and
one
a
was the one obsessed with the crossbow, but yes, and the fact they all hung at the end was.
Yeah, due to me. I got a little bit fed up.
Yeah, so I think we'll steer our boat towards Antiva then.
All right, we've got quite a long way to go, but we shall take the route that direction next time. All right. Well, I guess that will wrap us up. Apologies, so short today, folks. But that will take us for today. Does anyone have anything they wish to add before we stop?
It was short but action-packed. I'm glad I didn't actually kill or truly hurt Juniper, because that one was very scary for him.
Yeah. That was very scary for a minute.
Fire bear,
Yeah.
fire bear.
Fire bear! Fire bear! Literally every single time anyone says fireball, I just hear the fucking song. Every single time. I was like, no! Stop it!
It could be worse, Amy.
It could be worse. It could be a lot worse, yeah.
All right. So yes, if no one has anything else to add, we will wind up there. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching along today. Our next streams will be Monday. Should be me and Barry playing Saints Row 4. Tuesday is indie horror all day because there's no Verlasting. Wednesday should be me, Tom, and Zeph doing some Green Hell. Thursday should be more indie horror. Friday should be more Lethal Company. Apologies, there's no Lethal Company this week. I literally got in from your appointment and literally I sat down in my chair and just lights went out. I woke up like 11:30 at night and like, oh. So yeah, I just blacked out. So apologies for no stream stream Friday. Then next Sunday will be more Dragon Age. So yes, that will do us for. Hello. Oh, Darren's on, and Darren is playing the game I played the other night called Don't Pee, which was a surprisingly good game about basically waking up and finding someone stolen your toilet. So yes, we will we'll go rate Darren. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching along. I wish you all the best of the rest of your weekend. We will see you all next week for more crazy, bizarre nonsense. And until then, you all take care. Good night.
Bye!
Bye.